What's up, guys? Joe from RC Outlaws. We're back with a little video. Today we're going to be in the shop. Unfortunately, it's really cold outside. I got two pretty decent sized snowstorms in the last couple of weeks, and it's just a mess out there. So I'd love to be doing a running video. Instead, we're just going to go over the car quickly, how it's set up, what I'm running, and what we're going to be putting in our next car that I'm building. I have some parts here for it. Still waiting on that chassis, but I'm going to show you some of the things we got for that also. So for those of you that are subscribed, welcome back. For those of you maybe just tuning in, thanks for stopping by. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So we're running this C7 Corvette body, which I really like. I did feel like I got a little bit more speed out of this one compared to the Barracuda up there. Probably because the back of it is wide open, which is letting a lot of airflow out the back. So yeah, I'm really happy with this body. I think we're gonna make some big changes this year, some big strides in the speed. But all right, so basically this is it. Standard LCG chassis for now. Proline Pro Spec shocks all the way around. I am running front springs on the rear and on the front. I do have some fuel tubing set in there. Not sure. It does move up and down, but I'm not sure if that's legal. So you guys let me know. Some of you guys that have been doing this for a while. Is this legal in your club? I got some flex there, but it helps from that body from hitting the pavement, especially on like uneven surfaces. We're running the Marton Brothers Aluminum wheels. These things are pretty sweet. Glued on in the front. We have some bead locks in the back. I'm running raw speed tires, which I really seem to like. They were hooking up in the cold like you wouldn't believe. I have the Hobbywing XR10 Pro. I just plugged in the Hobbywing onboard Bluetooth so I could download that app, which I have, and then I can make my adjustments from there. I do have the program box that I could just plug in, but I think with that app you can fine-tune it a little better and play with your timing curves and the boost and all that, and it's just a little more simple than clicking through every single item. I'm running the Fantom 4.5. Turned up a little bit back there. Good amount. I got the timing set. I am going to get a new cap pack for this, something a little bit bigger. I'm running the MKS Servo. I think it's the 1210. Yeah, 1210 Servo. That's running really well. It's definitely very responsive. So that's awesome. We do have RPM A-arms, front and back. Those are pretty cool. I know RPM makes some really good plastics, really durable in case you crash. And you know me, we like to crash. I don't like to crash, but it happens. We run it a little risky over here, but that's all right. So yeah, I got those in the rear as well. I got the Drag Race Concepts carbon fiber shock tower that extends out. I have a 3D printed ESC tray that screws right down, right back there. It screws right down into that shock tower mount, which is pretty cool. The Proline Pro Spec transmission, running just the stock gears for now, and I'm liking it, but we're gonna play around with those. So yeah, it's got the 18 pinion, 56 spur, 32 pitch, Drag Race Concepts slider wheelie bar. This thing's working really well. I did drop it down. Some of you guys that saw my last video, I think we got, what, 63 and 2.5 or 2.4. That was the best pass I've gotten so far. So, like, for those of you guys following along, I don't get this car out a lot at all. So, from the videos from the beginning, those are the only times I've ever actually ran this car. So, you know, I think for the little amount of time that I ran it, we made some great strides. But hopefully coming this spring, I'm going to get out a lot more. I'll even be running it at night. We're going to try and run with a local club here on Long Island, which is going to be pretty cool. I'm sure I got a lot to learn. I've kind of just been, you know, on the internet trying to put this together myself and whatever videos I could find. Some of you guys got some awesome videos and tutorial vids on drag racing, so I've learned a lot from you guys. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty new, pretty basic at this, so you know, it's just coming along slowly, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get faster. I'm really loving it. But yeah, we got the Proline body mounts on there. I don't have them set up. I am just putting some 3mm screws, I believe, right in through the top. Instead of having the threaded rod with those big black caps. Kind of just looks a little more streamlined and without those big things sticking out. A little bit of a pain in the neck to get them off. You always got to get a tool, but it's all good. But yeah, guys, so this is pretty much it. We're still new. We're still playing around with it, but I have in the shocks, I'm running 80 weight in the rear, 30 weight in the front. I know in this cold weather and stuff, you know, it's probably a lot thicker than that. I mean, last time I ran, it was like in the 30s. So all of this stuff's going to have to be tested, you know, once the warmer weather comes. And I'm sure I'm going to have to make adjustments. So I'm not really trying to like tune the car specifically to this weather, but I'm sure to some degree that's happening. So definitely we'll have to play around with that and the temps. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much the way it's running. You know, it sits pretty low with these springs in the back here. I did have some wheel lift on the last run. If you guys saw my last video, this thing was wheeling out of the hole like a beast. So since then, I did drop that down. So I'm excited to get back out there and figure out, you know, what's next, what's going to make us faster. But yeah, we got the Hoosiers on the front, Raw Speeds on the back. You know, pretty much straightforward. Fantom 4.5. And we're running pretty good. We're getting faster, so I can only imagine how much speed we're going to gain in the warmer weather with the warmer pavement and temps. But yeah, all right, guys, I'm going to show you a few parts I got. I got some battery upgrades for this bad boy. We're going to go over that. All right, guys. So I did get a couple of Max Amps 4750 2S LiPos. They came pre-wired with the bull connectors and an XT90 plug. These things are light. These things are really small. I mean, I don't know if you guys could see, but compared to my hand, I mean, it's kind of similar to that RevTech battery I showed you guys in my last video. That thing's a complete animal. But I'm excited to see what these do. That's a soft case. These are hard case batteries. So yeah, it's going to be really awesome. See if we get any progress out of that. I did order this 720 spin alignment tool. So these would basically click on right to your, take your wheels off, and you're going to click these on right to your hexes. And then you'll be able to, I haven't really figured it out yet, but we're gonna do that this weekend. And then you could figure out, you know, I guess your camber, caster, toe, whatever adjustments that I can make. The car is going pretty straight, but you know, might as well just check it out anyway. I mean, can it get any straighter? Maybe, possibly. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's a new tool we got. I have a couple of parts for my new build, but I want to touch on real quick. Writing down what you do with your car and the runs and recording it. Some of you guys who've been doing this for a while have recommended this to me, and I got to tell you, without doing this, I'd be completely lost. So you can just, you know, there's so many different things that come into tuning these cars, right? So like for instance, I wrote down on my last run the tires I was running. I wrote down obviously what track surface I'm running on, asphalt, concrete, the outside temp, which is probably going to make a big difference if I run this car same settings in the warmer weather. Who knows? So, you know, that remains to be seen, but, you know, stick with me and we'll show you how all these things change as the temperatures change as we go through the months. But so I also have my shocks, what fluid I have, and I also have a digital caliper here. Really cheap. You can pick these up on Amazon, probably like 15, 20 bucks. Really cool. You could adjust it to inches or millimeters. And basically what I do here is I recorded my my downforce on my springs here, my preload. I basically make sure obviously that they're even and front and rear, and I take my measurements and then I record them. So we'll play around with those on the next one as well. I got my gears written down, what my motor timing is set at, what the boost and the timing is set at internally in the ESC. And yeah, you could record your speed, you could record all sorts of stuff. You know, so the next time you go out, when you make a little change, all right, I gained 2 miles an hour, it was 10 degrees warmer, I was running different tires, whatever the case may be, and then keep track of that. And then eventually, I guess you'll be able to fine tune it and find out what works best and what temps, and you know, you'll be that much further ahead of the game, which is really cool. So I know some of you guys, like, you know, don't like releasing your, you know, your tuning information online or to the newbies, and I get it. I mean, you guys started from the ground up, you know, basically from ground zero, and you tested all your parts and wrote everything down, and you know, it took a lot of work to get there. But I'm not trying to give away trade secrets, because obviously I'm a noob, man. I mean, you know, I'm not really that far advanced into the drag racing scene, but I really want to help you guys out, because the videos that I watched to get to where I am today really helped me out. So you know, I know it's controversy out there. I read some of the stuff on some of the Facebook groups and stuff like that, but you know what? I want to bring more people into this hobby. I don't want to scare them away. And you know, some people aren't as keen to tuning and little things like that. So it's a learning process for everybody. I'm sure even the pros are learning every time they take their car out, you know, something a little different. But so that's kind of where I'm at with making these videos. You know, I just want to help the next guy along and grow the hobby, and it's going to be insane because it's exploded. So I'm loving it. But all right, guys, so that's pretty much it for this car. So my next car, I got a few parts in. I'll leave links down in the description below. I'm not sure how they're going to work, but we're going to try them out. I got the Hot Racing sealed aluminum diff case for the Traxxas 2-wheel drive. So we're going to throw that in this next car that I'm building here. I have the Hot Racing transmission case with the aluminum motor plate. So that's the transmission I'm going to pop in the other car. And I do have another Drag Race Concepts shock tower and the mount for that. Something that I really suggest if you guys are converting your Traxxas Slashes over is these Proline hinge pins. Save a lot. They're, you know, obviously they're not going to back out because they got nuts on the ends, but I know on my Traxxas Slashes, you know, we ran these, and you know, you would lose them, and you know, things would fall off. So these are really cool. I'll put the link down in the description below for those. They basically have every one of these is in this bag right here, so you could retrofit the whole car with new ones. They got locking nuts on them, and yeah, they're really awesome, really simple. Instead of those little clips, they had those little C clips on some of them. Pain in the neck, you lose the clip and whatever. So yeah, that's a really cool upgrade. I do have the Hot Racing aluminum bell cranks. Came with a little carbon fiber piece in there to connect the two. It's got new bearings on there, so that's going to go in the new car. The new car is going to have a RC Racing Innovations Street Eliminator carbon fiber chassis, which they're tirelessly working in their shop, pumping out these orders. So you know, reach out to him. He said it's shipping soon. So we're just sitting here waiting on that build. But yeah, I can't wait for that. Also, if you guys haven't checked it out, let's say you guys need some tire prep, you guys ever check out this stuff right here. It's Reaction Time from Sweet Racing. Check them out on Instagram, Popcorn Zinc. I'll put the link down in the description below. Check him out. This stuff is sticky. Definitely going to give you traction, especially in those colder areas right now. If you guys want to get out there and it's just too cold, but you want to get that drag racing itch out, check out that stuff. That stuff's really top notch right there. So the next part I have, I'm not sure. I picked this up, Super Duty slipper system. It's a small one. I didn't realize that when I ordered it. I'm not even sure this is even going to work. But yeah, we got that here too. A couple of other things that I want to just show you guys is ACRC, Custom RC Lights and Accessories. You could check him out on Facebook and Instagram. He's on Instagram at ACRC_LED. He's got some really cool stuff. A lot of the 3D printed turbos, exhaust, you know, headlight kits, all sorts of cool stuff. So I like the scale look. You know, I added a few things onto my car there. Just kind of gives it that little scale touch, which is really cool. So check him out. He's got some really, really cool stuff. Want to get some of those headlights definitely installed for this spring, because I'm sure I'm going to be running this summer at night, doing some testing with some guys locally here and in some local parking lots after the traffic dies down. And the lights are going to really, really aid me in keeping my eye on that thing as it spins out of control and flips over past the finish line. But another thing I noticed is some of the guys were painting the line on their tire here. What I did to make it just a little bit simpler, I picked up some of this Scotch white vinyl electrical tape. It's probably the most expensive electrical tape I've ever purchased. I think it was like $6-7 a roll, but this stuff is really good. Sticks really good. Cut yourself a little piece, put it on there. Don't have to get all messy with the paint and it wears off and whatever. And you know, if it gets dirty or blacked out or starts to peel off, pop a new piece on there. So that's pretty cool. Something that I did. I took these off, these air dams that go on the side, just because they're not because they're heavy, but I just wanted to kind of make the car as light as possible. But I'd really like to test and tune with these things and see if they actually work. So I'm sure that they do, but maybe I got to get into some higher speeds before. But this motor, I mean, it has a ton of power. So on my next videos, I'm going to actually do a comparison between the aluminums and plastic Proline wheels. See what I have, difference in speed. I'm sure it's going to make a difference. Is the weight from these tires helping me keep the car planted? Because this thing has a ton of power. I mean, way too much. I can never turn it all the way up and use it all. So I'm assuming I could tune the car to run really quick with these tires. But if I run some plastics on there, am I going to be faster? So those are things that we're going to test on in the upcoming weeks. And we'll have comparisons for you guys, just so you can make a decision. I mean, these things are really awesome. They look super scale. I love the bead locks, but you know, they are expensive compared to a plastic wheel. I mean, some of these guys, $220, $230 for a set of 4 rims. So it's serious. I mean, I know like the rims on the Bronco up there, those are from RPP Hobby. Those things were like $200. So, you know, pretty serious, but I love the way they look, and if I can get the speeds out of them, I'll probably pick up another set. You know, they're pretty sweet. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for the RC thing. I do have my brother's car here. He's picked up a Macklin 160 Drag Race King ESC, and I believe he got a Macklin 4.5 motor that we're going to be putting in this thing. Now, this thing is bone stock. Just a quick conversion I did. He bought a Traxxas Slash 2-wheel drive, and then we just picked up all these, the LCG chassis. We did keep it wide because he was going to run a wide body Camaro on here, which we bought like 2 days before Proline dropped their narrow body Camaro. So he's got both. Pretty sure we're going to keep this one wide and make it rip. He does have, picked up these for, got them for Christmas, a little gift for him. These are RC bombshells. They're pre-painted, pre-glued. They got some pretty tough inserts in there. They're balanced, and they got some holes in the back, some vent holes already drilled out. But yeah, these came out really awesome, really nice. And yeah, we'll see how this car does too in the upcoming months when we get out there. But all right, guys, listen, if you thought this video was informative, if you learned a little bit of something, hit that like button for me. It lets me know if I'm heading down the right path with these videos and you guys are enjoying them, or if I need to change it up, do something a little bit different. But if you haven't subscribed yet and want to see some more content, definitely subscribe. We're going to be doing a lot of drag racing. I got a lot of other stuff going on. Crawlers, rock bouncers, airplanes. So if you're into RC, stick with me. Check us out on Instagram, RC Outlaws, RC_Outlaws. We are on there daily, constantly just keeping up with the times and keeping you guys updated. A few funny jokes here or there, and you know, just hanging out with our RC friends on Instagram. So check us out there too if you're on there as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. I really appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much for watching and all the positive comments that you guys leave me down below. I've learned so much from all of you guys just watching my videos and giving me little tips. You've gotten me to where I am today. And I look forward to seeing the rest of you guys on my next vids. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll talk to you soon.